kill that cat.
Give her a bop.
I gave her a bop. Oh, she didn't like that. She didn't like that at all.
So I bopped her again.
Okay, God, this music is weird. This is weird music. It's like pan flutes.
Well, we're in pan flute land now.
That's where we just traveled to. Just went down to Africa. We were kissing the rains.
Yep.
Alright. Sweet.
Bless the rains down in Africa.
Ironing all this shit out. It's been a while. For some reason, all my settings seem different compared to when I was on Twitch. It's like, oh, the sound is way more sensitive. It's funky.
It's pretty whack. I'm sorry, I can't stop watching the mic soundbar go.
It's pretty entrancing.
I know.
It's really triggering my autism.
Yeah. Between that and this gummy,
Yeah.
you know, will help that some more weed.
Yeah. Right? Alright, folks. Well, we're back. This is the 6th month I've been doing this, and it's fucking been months since the last time I did it. I can't remember when it was. It was probably early April? Was it early April? I can't remember.
I think so.
But yeah, whenever Cole was here, we had a good episode. That was a good time. It's fucking hard doing these. It takes way more out of you than you'd think.
I know.
And really, all you're doing is just sitting there and talking to someone.
I know. Except I'm in front of a screen and I can't stop looking at the screen.
Yeah, well, we can turn this off.
No, it's okay.
You just like.
But yeah,
sit
Cole
there
was
and talk.
fun.
Cole's awesome. He's a good pal. He's really smart. He's a smart man.
What are we gonna talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
If you had to think of a message that you had to give, that you wanted to give the world, like on the spot, that you could send out into the universe for everyone to hear, what would it be?
I think it's important to always try to do good every day.
That's the motto of the Doge.
I didn't even think about that.
It is. That's the
But
truth.
seriously, like, even if you're having a bad day or if somebody's mean to you, like, it's just better to be nice because you never know what somebody's going through. And you'll go to bed feeling like you did good that day.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty cynical.
I mean, you know, there's always extenuating circumstances and whatnot. There's exceptions to everything, but
What do you say to the people who are struggling to do that, though? Like, every day, like, people who are trapped in situations where they're trying to make the best of the situation and trying to do good every day, but other people, you know, are presenting them with adversity.
Well, I think that's
just keep on going.
The emphasis on trying to do, as long as you're doing your best. That's the important thing.
It's really hard. There's a lot of shitheads
Yeah.
out there. There's a lot of stupid people
Yeah,
out there.
you can't let bad people get you down though. You can't do that.
Yeah, it's easy to slip into those mindsets where it's not even like helplessness, like a learned helplessness, where you're just stuck on the railroad, where you're being like you just don't see hope or like any options. You're just like, regardless of what you do, you're just like stuck. And
well, and it's like just with interacting with people and like from working in an office and working at home, like bitching and complaining is contagious. Like if you surround yourself with people who are constantly negative and like point out the bad things and they always respond with sarcasm, like you're gonna have a hard time trying to be positive all the time.
right.
And like eventually like you just kind of get overtaken by that stuff. So
Yeah, especially if not even if like you're just hanging out with one person and it's just all of the input that you're getting from that one person. If you're hanging out with a bunch of people, like you were saying, the people you surround yourself with have such a huge impact. And I feel like there's just like a swarm of negativity in the world right now.
yeah. And like unless you're constantly evaluating the people around you, like it's super easy to slip into like that negativity. But like if you're somebody who kind of is always like looking at how people are interacting with each other and you notice that like all of a sudden people are starting to be really negative, then like that kind of protects you from being like partaking in that, because you kind of see outside of it.
Insulated.
Yeah.
You can kind of look at it objectively for sure. God, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We just ate some gummies, and maintaining a train of thought right now is impossibly difficult. God damn. I had multiple things cross my mind while you were saying that. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
God fucking damn it. So, I think it's good to try and surround yourself with positive people. It's hard to find those people. Seeking those people out is not an easy thing to do. Like after a while, I don't know. Like I said, I'm pretty cynical, so I don't. When I meet someone, I'm kind of expecting the worst, but like I'm hopeful for the best in everyone that I talk to. But I'm like doubtful in everyone that I meet, and I don't know if that's just because of personal experience and stuff like that. But it's like it's easy to be hateful, and I feel like most people take the path of least resistance, so to speak. You know, they fucking will they'll just hate, and it's almost ironic in a lot of cases, because people will be like, oh, don't give in to hate, but hate this guy, or don't give in to fear, be afraid of this guy. And you see it all over the place, and not even just in regards to specific individuals, but organizations and groups and faiths and like all sorts of things.
Yeah, when you say like that, the one thing that I think of is like there's like a group of people who are like oh gosh.
I mean, people do that about religions all the time.
Well, yeah, with like that, but like with treating people kindly and things, they're like oh gosh, good vibes only, but they're like, I don't fuck with that vibe.
I was just gonna mention that, yeah.
And they're like, if you're not up on my, like, yes,
toxic
people,
positivity or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm referring to. Is
Yeah.
like people are allowed to also go through shit and experience shit and like feel their things. Like
Right.
that's totally okay. Like
Yep.
there's a time and a place for everything. Like me saying doing good is like also honoring people's individual experiences too.
Right.
Like being an overly positive person all the time isn't necessarily a good thing.
Right, and sometimes it's necessary to be negative to evoke the most positive outcome, you know?
Yeah.
Like saying someone, like, someone's a fucking rapist, you're gonna be like, oh, he's an okay guy, like, we should be understanding, you should like, lock that motherfucker up.
Yeah.
Let's not be nice to him.
Yeah, like
there's nothing positive about this.
Yeah, there's a time and a place and a context for most of the things.
Yeah, people like that, you know, they're just a waste.
Yeah, like they're
on the taxpayer.
With the toxic,
like those people should be like medical experiments for the rest of the world or something. The fucking COVID vaccines should have been tested on them first.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I had a whole conversation about COVID vaccines today. That was a miracle and a half.
Are you able to talk about that?
Well,
yeah.
It was great though. It was an hour-long conversation. It's good times.
Yeah, I can only imagine what that's like working in the medical field and just having to ask that question of people, like, did you have the vaccine? And not having an opinion either which way.
Yeah.
And having these people, like, not even give you an answer to the question,
yes.
just give you their opinion about
yes.
how politicized it is.
Yes. And they're like, oh, I don't really know how you feel about this, and I don't want to offend you. And I'm like, I'm not offended, and I really don't have any feelings towards it, but, you know, I just need to ask, and I don't care. I don't care. I just need to know, like, no big deal, really. I couldn't care what you did or didn't do.
Just
like
gotta put forth some of that toxic positivity.
Just like I don't care like what your sexuality is or anything like that. Like
bro, you're a good person. I love you.
Yeah. But with like oh man, I forget what I was gonna say with the toxic positivity.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, like
it's really hard to focus here. We just ingested a lot of THC.
Their intentions, I feel, not with the rapist. That was like totally a different thing, but like with toxic positivity people, I feel like their intentions started out good, but they like took the concept and like ran with it like 100 miles an hour, like out into space.
It's weird. I think that it's not something I just noticed in my friend group. Like I noticed it in a lot of places, and I think it's contributed a lot to like mental health in like modern culture. Because I've witnessed it in other circumstances similar to mine, but obviously, I mean, I can only remember my personal experiences the most vividly. But just when I was probably 21 or so, like I was fresh out of like a long-term relationship. I had been told I was getting a house for my dad and stuff, and like had been like economically invested in a couple things that like basically didn't pan out, went belly up, and was going through a lot of shit, and wasn't really just like emotionally dumping my shit on my friends. But if my friends asked me what was up, I wasn't like hiding things, you know. I was open. I just like, you know, I'm going through this shit. And eventually I just, like, you know, it was weird. I heard from a lot of my friends you know, like uh, you're in a bad place. That's why we're not inviting you around and things like that. So it was weird. I guess that's not necessarily positive, but like I don't know.
They just sound like they were kind of like crap friends, or they were trying to like give you space to deal with whatever you were dealing with. Like maybe they just didn't know how to help you, and they were like, bro's going through a lot. Maybe we should just leave him alone. Like, which this was, you were 21. I mean, how dumb were we when we were 21?
Right, yeah. I guess a better example would be like people getting enabled when they're like addicts and things like that, maybe.
No, that's not toxic positivity either. That's a whole. That's a whole.
That's just enabling.
That's enabling and codependence and, you know, all sorts of fun things. Toxic positivity is just like a trend.
Like you just have to
You're
be
like
happy.
Good vibes only. Like literally good vibes only. Like fuck anybody who's not good vibes. Like if you enter a room and I feel like your vibe is off, bye. Like
that's
those
so
kind of weird people. Like, can you feel people's things? Yeah,
like,
for sure. Like
yeah.
You can definitely
but it's more
sense people's energies, but like to say like I'm gonna outcast you unless I'm catching serious like you're giving off you're gonna kill me vibes, like
yeah, right.
I'm not gonna kick you out of wherever, like
right. Yeah, you're allowed to be upset about
you're
things.
just like excluding people because
I get you. It's not necessarily so much relative to the positivity as much as it is you aren't allowed to be unhappy about things.
Yeah, and you're just excluding somebody based off of your very limited perception.
And, yeah,
of them.
that's why I made the association with yeah. So like you have to be happy all the time. It was a weird situation. But yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. There's a lot of shit going on in the world. Things like that are one of the biggest reasons why I want to keep doing this. As pointless as it seems sometimes, I get a lot of like reactions, like why not reactions or why reactions, but I'm like much more focused on the why not and why not try. And I see so much absolutely toxic garbage on the internet, and a lot of toxic positivity in regard to like you just have to be tolerant of everything and accepting of everything. I don't agree with everything. I think everything warrants questioning, and but good things should be promoted.
Yeah.
And conversation is a good thing.
That's true.
That's the truth. You could take that to the bank.
You can slam that check and sign it.
And sign it.
But yeah, if something terrible happens to somebody you know, don't try to make them feel better by telling them it could always be worse.
Yeah.
That's just not, like, I get where you're coming from, but don't do that. Just let them be miserable for a minute.
I don't know. I'm not good with circumstances like that.
Yeah.
I'm very solution oriented, and I've pissed a lot of people
Yeah.
off because I don't give a fuck. Like, what are you upset about? Okay, so you know what the issue is. Is there something you can do to fix this? Is there nothing you can do to fix it? Okay, well then let's move on, or let's do that.
Yeah.
Like,
people have feelings.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, God.
Who the fuck has those? What a weird, like, trait to have adapted. Like, like for humans to have evolved feelings, you know, like it makes sense to have like grown hands or taller or shorter or like different organs
to
for
feel
different
hand
things.
feelings.
Yeah, you know, like
Yeah.
have physiological adaptations to your environment and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But to grow feelings, like that's a really abstract thing. I mean, I guess thought is inherently, but it's fucking weird.
But your thoughts are different than your feelings. And you are different than your thoughts and your feelings.
Well, your thoughts are based on your feelings. And all of that is based on chemicals in your body, and you can put one chemical or another in your body at any given time and completely change your feelings. Like, so is what makes you you, like, apart from your body? Like, is there something separate from your physiological structure? Or is what makes you you just a bunch of chemicals? And if you add another chemical, you're, like, arguably a completely different person.
No, I think you're still the same person.
Plus whatever chemical you added.
Yeah. So I'm the same person I am on antidepressants as I am off antidepressants. It's just I have much better control of my like anxiety and anger and depression, really.
I guess that's a good comparison. That's a good parallel.
Yeah. So like if I stop taking my antidepressant, would I turn into a different person? No, I would still be the same person. I would just be a lot more irritable.
Well, you could make the case like, yeah, you're the same person, but I guess more what I was wondering is what's your opinion of the consciousness aspect? Do you think that your consciousness exists apart from your body, or is there no like real magic behind the curtains? Is there just is what the chemicals in your body, or yeah, is what they are doing just a neat trick, and that's what your consciousness is?
No, I think consciousness is separate.
You think there's a soul?
Yeah, because I've seen people like come back.
That's weird stuff.
After being out for like.
I imagine being in the hospital, you see some weird stuff like that happen.
Yeah.
I've like read stories about people going under general anesthesia, and they get operated on and describe the tools that the surgeons were using and saying like, oh, it looked like a electric toothbrush
Mm-hmm.
that he was like chopping me up with, and he's like, oh yeah, that's almost exactly what it resembles. Like, for all I know, every tool the guy works with resembles an electric toothbrush, but you know.
I was just trying to think of like.
What's the craziest one you think you could recall?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to think of. Traumatic brain injuries are really strange. Those are weird because like the person turns back into like a 3-year-old. So that kind of makes me question consciousness a little bit. But then like sometimes you can tell that they're like still there. It's weird. It's kind of the same with people who have dementia. It's like even though their brain is like going. Like, you know that they're still there.
Yeah. You see that a lot with people who have strokes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like they're trapped inside their mind and they get in like weird feedback loops. And it's weird because I've seen people have like bad acid trips and they end up in like an almost like totally similar situation, like the way they start like describing what's happening. It's like they're a little kid and like they're like repeating the same part of what they're trying to explain again and again.
Yeah. Yeah. Brains are weird though.
Yeah.
The weirdest one I would have to say is the one who I was referring to where they were gone for a while, like life support and everything, and one day just like woke up and could talk.
That's crazy.
It was insane. It was absolutely insane.
There's a lot of evidence that supports creatine preventing Alzheimer's. I can't remember why, if it's like helps develop like the myelin sheaths and nerves or neurons or something like that. But it'd be really funny. You end up seeing like a bunch of ripped grandmas and grandpas. Just like, oh
my god.
Fucking flexed. There was a lot of misinformation about it back in the day that said creatine was like bad for your kidneys, but it like fucking helps build up water pressure in your cells or something like that, and helps you hydrate and makes your muscles bigger, helps you repair from hypertrophy faster.
Well, I think creatine. No, I think I'm thinking of creatinine clearance.
No, yeah, I used to fucking take creatine supplements when I was working out when I was like in my early 20s. Yeah. And I put on weight.
But creatinine clearance is a measure of kidney function. So that's why I was confused. I'm like, why?
why are you talking about working out above grandma's?
And kidney function tests.
Yeah. It's because I'm really fucking stoned on these fucking gummies.
Getting swole at the sniffs, yo.
Oh, yeah. God, I hope no one's watching this right now, honestly. If anybody's there, I'm not reading the chat because the chat makes you self-conscious and think stupid things. But if anybody is watching this, we love you. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah. Thanks for slamming in.
Thanks for slamming. Yeah. I would have started this much older. Wow, I'm fucking stoned. Earlier. But I had a lot of things to do today. Had a lot of things to do over the past couple months, and better late than never. We're here. There's gonna be another one soon. I got a couple buds I'd like to get on, but this shit is like herding fucking cats, and yeah.
Like trying to get them to the vet.
Yeah.
They know, and then they just hide under the bed.
It's like trying to tie their tails together and throw them off a bridge.
That's terrible.
I'm sorry.
Poor kittens.
This, yeah, it is terrible. Honestly, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
This girl I dated shortly after high school told me stories of her dad doing that to cats and throwing them off the Kinzu damn bridge or whatever. Like there's like the skywalk thing or whatever out there. Yeah, like.
Why?
Red flags. Red flags.
Yeah, I would have been like, oh.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yep. Things didn't last long.
That's so sad.
Shit's fucking insane.
That's terrible.
Anyways, sorry to end on such a fucking low note, but I gotta get to fucking bed, ladies and gentlemen, and so does Miss Abby. So we're gonna get the hell out of here, and I'm gonna be back again soon.
Yeah.
With a more coherent and less disjointed fucking podcast.
But do good every day.
Yeah, do good every day. That's the way. All right. To anybody who's still listening, thank you, motherfuckers, for tuning in. And